Hi, this is BGM Graphics, and I'm making a coffee table for my living room and for my entertainment. I'm trying to have my new PC be in the living room and gaming, but also creating 3D graphics. This is my list. Now this list tells me what to buy, but it's also a plan. It's like a skeleton. It's not a drawing plan. I do have a drawing plan, a sketch. I guess I should show you that. This makes this video even better. Well, let me show you this. This is a breakdown. It says coffee table with lift top. Okay, that's the list. Okay. Leg structure, legs 6.5 inches, blah blah, Now what's in green is what I need to buy. That's a quantity. I broke it down in measurements how I really want it. The stressors I put those are the cross sections to support the legs. Those are the numbers in parentheses are the actual dimensions because we're paying for 1x2. We're paying for 1x2, but the sawmill had to reduce it down, so that's why it's not true. And I pretty much thought process is logic. I try to use much logic I can to picture it out. And it's not to bore you on the detail, but you get the gist of it by looking at my plans. You come up with your own. And green means that's what I need to make the black dimensions. So whatever is green, I need to buy it. Now down to the tabletop. Okay, I have divided my notes. This is the leg structure. Go down to the storage box. That's the midsection. Midsection is you have the legs. Then you have the middle, that's where you're going to store stuff. And of course, it's a lift top, right? So then you're going to have the tabletop. This is the tabletop. Now I have alternate plans because I kind of wishy-washy sometimes. Should I make it this? Should I make it that? Now to make a long story short, I was thinking about buying a nice lumber online, and what I have is my design is the trim that goes around the border around probably about 3 inches or so, something like that, 4 inches around the table. Just imagine that. Okay, imagine is the everyday lumber from Home Depot or Lowe's. The whole wood, of course, all the wood, the legs is from Home Depot or Lowe's, right? Imagine that. Now, in the center, imagine that it's filled, the inlaid is what they call the inlay, is some special exotic wood. Imagine that. I'm gonna stain the wood, I plan to stain the wood like a dark brown or maybe light or medium brown, whatever, and I haven't fully chosen the wood, but it's gonna be from online. It's gonna look totally awesome. It's just gonna be like very radical. What? If you're gonna do an inlay, you should do something that should punch. It should have a punch to it, like special, because it's expensive. You can't afford much of that of exotic wood. Rich people, they could have the whole 100% thing all on there, but you have an inlay, you could do it. It's going to cost me probably about for shipping, handling, $50-$60 just for that. And my coffee table it's going to be yay big, about this. It's going to be approximately like this. It's going to it's gonna stick out a little bit more. Of course, now with this tall, it's gonna be much shorter. So this is gonna be like about 16 inches. So it's not okay. I'm gonna go into my house and show you my plans. Shoot. Yeah. Okay. It's on computer. Now remember, I didn't print it out. So it's gonna be dark. That's okay. It's messy. Oh, that's me. Hey, reflection. I can't do this. Balance this. Oh, I can't see. Okay, screw this. All right. I can't balance it. I can't balance the camera. It's kind of difficult with the mouse. I gotta see where my mouse going. Hold on. Where? Blender. Okay. All right. I try to coordinate here. Gotta use some brain juice. Sorry for the amateur camera handling. Let me see. No. Now I'm an amateur in using Blender. Now this is a Mac, as you can see, and unfortunately my 3D Studio Max won't run on a Mac. That's why I'm making building a PC. You know. And I know that program inside out. I could color, I could texture, bake, whatever. I know, to recap, if you watch my other video, I explained it. I gave that gaming PC to my dad, because he doesn't have one. What a good son. And I was like, oh, I could do everything on the Mac. When it's just a Blender. I'm spoiled. Anyways, okay, make long story short, screw it. This is that's the tabletop, see? This is one dimension. Let me zoom in. Let me use this. This is one dimension, okay? This tabletop right here is bigger. This is about 36 inches. This is 42 when it's made. And because that's style, pal. That's how you make style. And this, if I zoom in, there you go. You see that? You see all that detail? See that? Now the internet is cool that YouTube taught me how to make joints. I am not gonna explain joints. I'll show you my finished product with my joints, but I'm not gonna explain it. This is the box I'm talking about. This is the box. That's the storage. Now the pop-up unit is these little black things. There are one for the right, one for the left. They're gas powered, or some of it, hydraulic. Some of them is spring loaded. It risers. You attach it to here, and it just like in a store. It goes down and it pops up slowly, and it comes out. So that's if you could use your imagination, that's what I'm making. Now I'll rotate this sucker around. That's the inlay. Now this is the inlay. Now imagine this is just Home Depot wood. It's smooth. I choose select. I'm just gonna polish it. Not polish it. Correct terminology. I'm gonna stain it. I gotta figure that out. I haven't figured that out. It has a contrast right and well. The whole thing I'm stain. This is the money. This is the money. This costs quite a bit. Okay, but that's the pop. When people walk into my living room, they'll see that and they'll go, bam. That's a cool set. I've seen inlay before. different materials. Some's leather, some stone, concrete, whatever, wood, and it's a mixture of wood. This is my imagination. Basically, what I've seen inlay. My messy desk, I don't want to show us, it's embarrassing. It's got some work on it because the coronavirus, I'm working at home, so I won't show it to you. But my computer desk has an inlay material. It's fake veneer brown, but then there's something nice black on it. You get the idea. So basically you just say, yeah, you got the idea from his desk. I'm not showing my desk because I'm embarrassed to show my desk. But this is what I'm working on. I'm gonna buy a router and route the top French, classic French bit. I think I could draw it. Show you what a classic French bit looks like. Let me see if I get a piece of paper. Alright, okay. I'll look this up. Let me see. I can see a little bit of my desk, but I refuse to zoom out to show you more. It's a lot more mess. So this takes a little bit of guts. Okay. Basically, this is this profile of the wood. So it's like this, the router, and just a little bit like this, kind of curve up. Then it comes out, wait, kind of like straight, you know, look at this top. Okay, that's pretty much, I'm not drawing it right, but okay, this is the profile. This is the profile, side profile. The classic French, it rises, slight concave, not a whole lot, a little bit. It's like this. This is straight. This is straight. And it kind of comes like this, and it goes down. Very simple. It's very crisp. It's much crisper than I'm drawing right now. Trust me. It's subtle. It's very subtle, because that's French like nice crisp things like so. It's like very, very light, very, and it's light. That's the way the French likes it. And so that's what I'm making right now. Oh, it's pretty cool. And I don't know how to texture it, but you could just use your imagination. What would look like. And you can see as I put a lot of detail on here. I modeled it down to the T like real wood. So this is my visual plan, and it was supposed to look like. If you could do whatever you want, you don't have to have a visual plan. And then you have like a skeleton plan of what you want is a buying list, and explains the logic, the flow, and then you have this. So I go into my screen and says, oh yeah, how the hell is bleeping legs supposed to fit? And then go to the screen. Oh, I model it this way. Oh, see, this screen comes in handy. It's like a memory. It jogs my memory. I saw that this is how I modeled it. That's how it's going to join. And you join the wood. If I could zoom in the seam. See that seam? See this seam right here. See that seam? I model it like realistically. Use glue, wood glue. What you do is you have your clamps. You have little dowel rods, and you stick them inside, drill some holes. And then you put your glue, and you clamp one side, clamp the other side. You do the same thing. Okay. Well, actually, you don't seal it off. You actually have this here, then you have these are this is made of boards, like by 1, 2, 3, 4 boards. You glue them together, and you shove this into the frame, and you glue it tight, and you let it dry 24 hours, something like that. And this last will sandwich it all in there. Basically, it's called lamination. When you glue wood together, and that's a term I've learned that from YouTube. It's called the lamination process. And see, this wood right here is a seam right there, because I'm gonna make a joint, which is something like a box, it's like a box joint. My joint, okay. Here's the joint. Here's the joint. It's gonna be. I'll show it to you when I cut it out. Basically, it's like this. Okay, it's like this. All right, and you got like this. You got like this. Okay. Now there's the other wood. The other wood will come out, and if it has the opposing teeth too, it would come out like so. Okay. Now this you use a jigsaw to cut. You measured it and cut. Like this is one wood. This is the second wood, and you imagine this is the edge that they share, and this is a very strong joint method to make a box. And you could look on YouTube, and when I have it done, I'll show it to you. But this is my plan to make the box. And for the legs, my plan is this. This is the big chunk leg right here. This is the big chunk right here, right? This is okay. This is the stressor. Now basically, I'm gonna cut a chunk out. All right. And I check this. This is gone. And this stressor is this piece right here, slides in, and you glue it, and it has to be flush on this side, and then repeat all 4 around, and I reinforce it. I might reinforce it with a screw. Probably I probably won't, because it's not that wide. This stressor piece is not that wide, but if you have it nice and flush, and glue will hold it really nice and strong, and it looks pretty. And screws, you have to reset. You got to pre-drill a hole, and you have to reset, and you got to drill, and you got to put your little putty, you got to hide it and mask it, and it's not very good, because when you put a stain on it, that wood putty is going to show. Wood putty doesn't absorb stain. They say it does, but it doesn't absorb stain. So no screw holes to cover up, because you're gonna have like a stained pit. Oh, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna look like a stained pit. So you try not. If you have to use screws, hide it. You make it when you do something, you want to hide it so the naked eye can all see it. Here, the leg and the stressor is going to be in plain sight. Now you could say, well, why don't just pigeon dovetail right here, just kind of like in a slant and go in the pocket holes. I might do that. That's kind of hidden, but from what I've learned on YouTube, is if you could join it wood, and if you could avoid using screws, it's stronger, because the wood is living. Wood changes. Metal is stiff, and it could crack, and it goes with it together. And if you make a nice deep enough joint, there's nowhere to go. Eventually the wood will cure and stop. but if you had screws, like my hand is the wood, and it has screws. This is the pen is the screw. You gotta think, you know, the screw could come out like this, you know, because wood moves, and it's not a good thing from what I've learned. It's not the best joint. The pros don't like it that much. Well, okay, this is BGM Graphics. I talk a lot. I know it's not a phase. I haven't shown. I just started. But I'll have another video showing progress, and you was like, oh, gee, it makes more sense now. All right, thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Bye bye.